guys, today I'm going to be doing my April wrap-up and May TBR, and I didn't read very many books this month, and it's really sad, and I feel like I'm going to read even less books next month because graduation is kind of crazy. But despite that, I have an overly ambitious TBR for this month, and it's not going to happen, and I really shouldn't set the bar so high, and I'm just going to upset myself, but there's so many books that I want to read that I feel like if I just gave myself a big option, that's where it would be. So the first book that I finished in the month of April was Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groden, and I really enjoyed this book. I definitely think that it may have been a little bit slow at some spots, but overall the story itself and the characters really intrigued me, and I don't think that there should be a second book. I know that the ending was kind of a cliffhanger, but it's kind of that cliffhanger where you get to decide what happens for yourself, and a second book may ruin the whole idea of the first story. Next, I also finally jumped into the Lunar Chronicles, and I read Cinder, which I will have a review coming up for soon. I already filmed it and edited it. I just don't know in which order I should upload the videos. I have 4 videos pre-filmed. Maybe I should just start doing 2 videos a week. Who knows? 1 or 2 videos a week. We'll try that idea. I don't want to give my thoughts away too much on this book because I do have the book talk coming up, and all of my thoughts and opinions are going to be in that video. But I will say that this book got me out of my reading slump, which I am very grateful for, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to finish the rest of the series. So naturally, after I finished Cinder, I jumped right on into Scarlet, and I loved Scarlet so much more than Cinder. I'm not saying that I didn't love Cinder. Obviously, it was possibly one of my favorite books of all time, but Scarlet just caught my interest a lot sooner on in the story, I guess, and so kind of already knowing who the characters were and that the action started so quick in the first couple of chapters even. So I really enjoyed this book, and I'm thankful that I read it as fast as I did because I'm really slacking on how many books I read this month, and I'm so sorry. So this is the last book that I read in April, and this is even kind of like a half read because I'm only about 200 pages in. I also have a video going up for Scarlet that I've already filmed, and I will be filming a review video for this one also, and they will all be in a little playlist for the Lunar Chronicles because I love it so much. On to the overly ambitious TBR that I 100% will not finish because it has 8 books in it. I have Fairest, because I want to know Levana's story, even though I don't think that it's not required, but I want to read it because I'm really interested in Levana. Next, I have Stars Above because there's some short stories that you can read throughout reading the Lunar Chronicles. So after Crest, I think you read one about Thorn, and so I kind of just have this book to jump back into whenever I want to read the order that it was meant to be read in. So that's why I have this book. So this one will probably get finished. Hopefully. And lastly, I want to finish out the series with Winter, and I'm really trying not to think about the fact that this book is 800 pages long because I know that I want the book to be 800 pages long because I will never ever get enough of this world, but just not having time to read 800 pages. So the next book that I want to read in between my series breaks, since the next book in this duology is not out yet, is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and I've just heard so many amazing. It's also blurbed by Sarah J. Maas, so how can you not want to read it? I mean, come on now. Oh, no, my TBR just jumped up to 9 because I remembered that A Court of Thorn and Roses and Trials of Apollo both come out on May 3rd. I'm not gonna get to 11 books in 1 month. Who am I kidding? I'm guessing these 2 books are the ones that are going to get kicked off the TBR list because I have the other books that are kind of sentimental to the end of high school. So I'm going to try to get to those before I get to these. But anyways, the Grisha trilogy was going to be on my TBR. It is now, in live time, being kicked off. But it will be next month, hopefully. And lastly, I'm going to include these all together. I want to read the Hex Hall novels series because I read them, and shout out to Demi, because we both read these books in middle school, and I think she finished all 3 of them, but I only finished the first and maybe halfway through the second when they first came out. I remember really enjoying the first book, but I don't remember enough about it to skip it and go to the other 2, so it will have to be a full reread, but I'm okay with that because I remember how much I loved it. There are now books everywhere. But that's okay, it's comforting. If you watched my last video, I promised that I would wear this shirt because it's new and I just got it from Society 6 in my last haul. And I'm wearing it. I like to keep my promises. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I would love some encouragement down below and some lack of truth telling me that I could read 11 books in 1 month. So if you want to go ahead and do that, that'd be much appreciated. I hope you have a great weekend, day, month, year, life. I hope you have a great life. Okay, thank you for watching.